The Sleepover debuted on Netflix today. This movie has been known about for a little bit now, for about a month or two. That's usually how Netflix movies are, unless it's, hey, we really want you to know about this, like The Devil All the Time, with that all-star cast. That new Tom Holland movie that comes out on September 18th, which I am probably going to check out. I haven't even watched the trailer yet because, well, yeah. But here we go. The Sleepover is all about these two siblings who discover that their normal mom has not always been normal. She's a former thief in witness protection, and now she's forced to come back for one more heist. So they team up to rescue their parents in an action-packed night of action and hilarity. This movie's biggest star that gets top billing is Sadie Stanley. Sadie Stanley is starting to become a household name because of one thing, and that is the Kim Possible reboot. That was the first thing that she ever did that is of note, really. And now she's done this. She's in Room 104 on HBO. She was also in The Goldbergs for a couple episodes, and the new the Netflix series Dead to Me. So, how is this movie? It's alright, I guess. I mean, it's not for my age demographic, but neither was Magic Camp. With a kids movie, I like to have charm with it. I like it to charm me. Now, what does that mean, charm me? Well, what that means is, like Paddington charmed everybody. It's just so adorable, and it's so cute. It's so wholesome, and it's funny. There's actual emotion. You feel for everybody. The problem with this movie is there's no real emotion. There's not that many funny moments. For me, anyways. Now, for kids, this is going to hit pretty hard. Because this feels like a Spy Kids movie. This feels like a Spy Kids movie. About as long, too, but The Sleepover is not a great movie. It is not a great movie. It's a Netflix movie. I'm going to give them that. It did feel very Netflix, which is sad for me to say because I do love watching Netflix movies. The real problem is, you're taking a risk with a Netflix movie. You are either going to get something like The Irishman, The Babysitter, Marriage Story, or you're going to get one of three things. That group, you are either going to get that, you are either going to get the Willoughbys, which is a pretty decent little film. You're going to get The Perfect Date or The Last Summer. Or you're going to get movies like Open House or The Sleepover, which are just cliched throwaway movies that not a lot of people are going to be talking about within the next couple of weeks. This movie is going to be forgotten within the next couple of weeks, just like the one and only Ivan. No one is going to remember this movie in a couple of weeks' time, especially since Netflix did no marketing for this movie. But that's for most of their titles anyways. The Sleepover is not funny. It is not well made. I'm going to say that there were a couple of chuckle-worthy moments. Now, chuckle-worthy doesn't mean it's funny. It just means that there were just stupid moments that I had to chuckle at. And the soundtrack is very cliched as well. Everything from I Want Candy and on. Yes, a couple other critics have said that, but it's true. And I cannot not bring that up. The Sleepover is very mediocre. It's not one that I'm going to recommend to you guys. Sadie Stanley is fine. I think she does a better job here than she did in Kim Possible. Now, I think the problem with her in Kim Possible was the direction. And I think the script was just straight up awful. This script is not awful. It is pretty... It's pretty well written, I guess, but it's just not funny. The line delivery is fine, and the cinematography, unless we're talking about the action scenes, are pretty subpar and watchable for the most part. Now, I'm going to give The Sleepover a C-. It's a fine movie, but it's nothing that I am going to recommend to you guys whatsoever. So now, let's get into what reviews I'm going to have for you guys over the next couple of weeks or so. And how are we going to do this? Well, we have this stack here, which is stuff from the library. I also got a couple screeners coming my way. There's some stuff dropping next week on Disney Plus and Netflix, and I believe maybe something on Hulu as well. So, I'm going to have reviews, probably a couple reviews every single day for you guys. Now, they probably aren't going to be in this order, and I'm going to say this now. I'm not going to get through all of these, but I'm going to say that I'm going to get through a good majority of these. So, let's get into it now. We have The Way Back, which I am watching right before my wrestling tonight. Then we have this one here, which is Shazam! Magic and Monsters. This is the new Lego DC movie. I'm hoping that this is better than their last two films that I saw. Now, I'm not saying that it's straight up awful, but this one is probably going to be a lot better because the last Lego movie that I saw, I believe, was Lego Batman Family Matters. That had some pretty funny moments in there and just charming and very well done. But that was the Lego Batman charm. Now let's see if Shazam can capture that same magic. Then we also have the V.C. Andrews Castell family 5-movie series. This is all 5 movies based on the books from Lifetime, and I'm going to be reviewing these in their own standalone videos because I am trying to review Lifetime movies now. There's one on this weekend that I am going to be recording and watching off of my DVR. Thank you to Spectrum. This one, I don't know whether I'm going to get to it or not. This is the Love and Temptation movies based on... am I able to pull this out? It has a sticker on it. Based on the books by Jane Green. So this comes with Tempting Fate with Alyssa Milano, which is the reason I initially grabbed it. Family Pictures and To Have and To Hold. I don't know anything about these movies. These could be straight up awful, and I might just be talking out of my you know what now. This one I'm probably going to be watching tomorrow, and this is the rhythm section. This one I'm also watching tomorrow. This is The Queen's Corgi. Looking forward to that one. 4 Kids and It. Greed. The Quarry. This one looked really interesting. All about who you know. All about who you know. From Gravitas Ventures. This one, I'm not going to be reviewing these. I'm not really sure how to review a documentary, really. But I have the Booksellers, 50 Summers, Endings and Beginnings, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, Romantic Comedy. This one comes from a studio that I have never heard of before in my life, but I saw the runtime. It's a 2020 movie, so I thought, you want to know what? It could be worth a watch, I'd say. Get that plastic off there. Good lord. And then this one is, it's between like these two. These two I'm probably not going to get to, so don't expect reviews for these 4 here. Those 2 documentaries and the Premature movie. The romantic comedy, I'm going to see if it's a 2020... Oh, it is a 2020 movie. Okay. So expect reviews for all of these and more very, very soon, as well as some more stuff coming my way from the library. So I will see you guys next time for reviews for The Way Back, Shazam, Magic and Monsters, the Rhythm Section, The Queen's Corgi, and 4Kids and It. And I'm going to try and get through these all in one day, because these are only like 80-something minutes long, so I mean, won't be too bad. But I wanted to let you guys know what I'm reviewing, and I wanted to give you my review of the new Netflix movie, I just forgot the title, The Sleepover. And there's also a Amazon Prime movie called Chemical Hearts, which I'm going to be reviewing this weekend, so stay tuned very, very soon. I may get to the Netflix series Hoops, I'm not quite sure, but I will see you guys next time.